And the answer is the Source Audio EQ2, a guitar pedal with stereo inputs and outputs and a 10-band fully parametric EQ.
Thanks for coming back to the channel, and huge thanks to Andrew Logan for sending in this video to share with us. If you've got something you'd like to talk about on the channel, send me an email and we'll see what we can do. Andrew has found a unique application for a very interesting little guitar pedal in his work lately, and I'll turn it back over to him now to tell you what that's all about.
Your audience may remember me from the What's in Your Bag video where I talked about my little husky bag full of tricks, but I want to talk about something equally small that solves a very pressing problem for me, and that's how to get EQ on a PA using one of these small bags behind me. And the answer is the Source Audio EQ2, a guitar pedal with stereo inputs and outputs and a 10-band fully parametric EQ that you can control with their app. So I want to start by telling you about a problem. I've been doing a lot of audio for video and film, but occasionally I end up in a room where I need to amplify something. Now, I love these little mixers. Of course, the F8 served me well for a few years until I needed something a little more robust and better monitoring capability and moved up to the 633. But aside from a high-pass filter, there is no EQ on these. Also no compression, but that's not as big a problem as the EQ when you put it into a PA and want to be able to just do a basic ring out. And I was looking for something that is less than a rack unit with full EQ capabilities, and having trouble finding it until I started looking at guitar pedals. And there were a lot of options for guitar pedals, but I was wary of what the quality was going to be, what the actual noise level on the electronics would be, but I think I found the perfect thing. This is a 10-band fully parametric EQ. It also has a high-pass filter even before that 10 bands, and you wonder, if you look a little closer at the bands here, how useful they would really be. 31, 62, all the way up to 16K. That's why I went ahead and just made my own bands, because you can go in on the app, their excellent Neuro app, and connect and save a new preset that has all your favorite bands on there. So not only can I walk in and operate this without the app, but I can use the app for the ring out and then disconnect it. It does sound pristine. I have no problem with the inputs and outputs. However, they are, as far as I can tell, unbalanced. And the limitation there would be I wouldn't want to run more than 50 feet to an output for noise avoidance. The other thing to keep in mind, if you are trying to use this in one of these bags, is that it doesn't seem to want to work off of a 9-volt source that is going to deplete over time. It only wants to work off of a 9-volt wall wart. But this has been a really great solution and offered me all the bells and whistles that I could dream of to take one of these small bag setups out into a PA environment.
So what do you think about using a pedal like this in a location sound or pro audio context? This one seems to offer a lot of really interesting features, got parametric and graphic EQ, 128 presets that you can save, and apparently it's good enough that it's landed on John Mayer and David Gilmour's pedal boards, so it's probably pretty decent at maintaining your audio quality. The app certainly looks interesting, and they've made it available on all different platforms from iOS to Android, Mac, and Windows, and it really has some nice features for such a small pedal, and also includes a built-in tuner. So would you use something like this in a pro audio context, or have you done that before? I know that I've dealt with the same problem doing bag mixing location jobs that involve speaker components or components where we need to amplify either a live microphone or something else into the room. And yeah, the bag mixers are usually quite limited on EQ, and that's always a struggle to deal with, getting something additional to go along with them that isn't a full rack piece. So I understand the desire to find something small, and if there's something else that you use instead for this that you think works better, let us know in the comments and we'll take a look at it in an upcoming video. Thanks again to Andrew for sending this one in. Really fascinating to see how everybody works and what tools you use to do the job. So let me know if you've got something you'd like to share, and I'll see you in the next one.